All right, guys, let's get started. Break. We'll look into chapter 3 that there is. We finish 1 and 2 as far as Kaplan. We'll start with chapter 3. We'll look into. I'll simultaneously get the PPT as well. Okay, so performance management information system. This is the name of the chapter. Let's get started with this, and we'll at least look to finish. So pretty much how we are planning to go is to finish chapters in the longer session and the shorter session finish the questions. Since it's of this chapter, we finished the questions already of chapter 2. So we have started the chapter here, so that in the next class we should plan that when we have it, we will finish the entire chapter and do the questions also. So let's always stay one step ahead. Okay, so ideally the plan is to finish a chapter on Saturday, finish the questions on Tuesday. Okay, so we have done that already for the first chapter, for the second chapter now, and now we're starting the third chapter now itself. At least we'll try to do the first 10 slides here, and let's get a good understanding of this particular introductory part of this chapter. So starting off with this performance management systems, let's break it down. What are the information systems? It supports businesses performance and decision making, right? The information system gives you so much decisions, so much information that you can make better decisions. Right? Instagram Insights in an example of that, right? It gives you so much good analysis that you're able to make better decisions. Next is supply chain. It tracks inventory and suppliers efficiently. You can track your inventory also, and you can track your suppliers also. That is very useful for you. Marketing intelligence. It gives you analyze customers and campaign performance, analyzing the customers, marketing intelligence, decision making. Obviously, it gives you a lot of information for decision making, and resource management. You can improve the way you use your resources. So this is the biggest benefit, guys, of having a management information system with the core performance as the heart of that particular system. Right? Performance management information system. Informations are very useful for a company. Why? You can make better decisions. You can make better performance improvement in the future. You can track your inventory, suppliers, track inventory and the suppliers both. Gives you better marketing intelligence, what your customers really want. Decision making, it provides timely and accurate information. Right? It will provide very timely and accurate information for decision. And next is resource management. It will improve the use of people and business resources. However you're using your people and however you're using your businesses, it will really help in the resource management of them, and you will increase the efficiency of those people. Right? Whatever resources you have, you can increase the efficiency of those people. So that is just a topic introduction here. Yeah, we have a question. So that is about the topic introduction. Okay, I've not even started anything. This is just about the topic that why an information system will be handy. Now we are starting now. Why information systems matter. Firstly, it makes the business more efficient. You make better decision. It gives you a competitive advantage. It gives you real-time data and organizational support. Okay, let's make sense of these three very quick. Makes your business efficient, zero wastage, better decision on more reliable information. You get a competitive advantage. You can. It gives you a support. It makes you better than other organizations, and it gives you a slight improvement in your particular performance, which gives you the edge. And then real-time data, things get enabled immediately, right? And organization support assist all the management levels. It assists all the management levels. If you have an information system, it assists all the management levels. So it makes your business more efficient, make better decisions, gives you a competitive advantage. Real-time data enables faster responses. Organizational support, it assists all the management levels. It assists in all the levels of management, right? That's why it's very useful. Next, we'll look into strategic planning. Three levels of planning and control. Right. So planning, as you know, strategic management, strategic planning, it focuses on long-term organizational goals. Right. Then you have management control. It monitors resources and performance, and you have operational support day to day. Wherever you see operational, it's day to day. Strategic, it's long term. Strategic is always long term. Wherever you see operational, it's day to day. Easy to remember like that. And then management control, it monitors your resources also, monitors your performance also. It monitors your resources also and performance also. That's what managers do. Right? They monitor. M for manager, M for monitor. Right? The operational easy way to remember is day to day. Strategic easy way to remember is long term. Management is monitor. What do management do? They monitor. Yeah. M for management, M for monitor. Right? What my manager would do? He will see if I'm working properly or not. That's all. Management level monitor, management monitor, management monitor, strategic high level, operational day to day. Easy. Okay, so that is all about this. Next, information needs and organizational structure. First, the informational needs. Each level requires a different information level. Right? Each level requires a different level of information. Each level requires a very different level of information. Okay. Next is organizational structure. It helps all levels of management. It helps in all the levels of management. Okay. It helps in all levels of management. Next is strategic planning. So what does strategic planning means, guys? I just told you strategic means what? Long term. So look into strategic planning here. First one, top management. Strategic planning, firstly, top management. It's managed by senior executive directors. All the people at the top use it. Generally, who use it? People at the top. Okay, use it, people at the top. Next, long-term focus. Plans for 3 to 10 years. It's a long-term focus. We just discussed it's a long-term focus. Next, business decisions. It sets organizational objectives. The main job is to set the objective of the organization. It doesn't work. It just sets the objective. We're going to do this. Major decisions. All the major decisions are taken by this level, right? And external information. It uses internal also, external data also. Nothing complicated on this. Right? Strategic is the top level management. They do a long-term job and they give a direction to the business. They make all the big decisions and they use internal and external data. They use both internal data and external data. Nothing difficult about this. Right? Top level management, long-term forces, gives the direction to the business, makes all the major decisions and use internal and external data both. Next we'll look into is management control level. Management, M for management, M for monitor. M for management, M for monitor. Easy to remember it like that. Yeah. So middle management, it links strategy with operations. Right? It takes the strategy from the top level, takes the operations from the bottom level and it links the two. Yeah. In the middle, it links the two. Easy. Takes the strategy from the top, takes the operation from the bottom and then links the two. Easy to remember it like that. Resource allocation, it assigns people and resources efficiently. Main job of resource of middle people is they'll tell you do this, you do this, you do this. They will just do allocation, right? Who has to do the allocation? The middle people. They will not do the work. They will just do Rakshita do this much, Monisha do this much, Sushmita do this much. Are they going to do it? No. Who's doing it? Operational level. Who's doing it at the operational level? Right? They just do the allocation. This is what your job is. That's all. Okay. So that's about the resource allocation. Next, performance monitoring. It tracks budgets and productivity. Okay. How much is happening? Are we doing good? Are we doing good? Are we doing good? It just keeps a track of everything. Are they working? No. But they have to keep a track of it. Okay. Next, workflows planning. They manage the labor and the capacity. They manage the labor capacity. We need more people here. We need less people there. Take a person from there, put it here. Labor capacity. Right. Next, regular reports. They use periodic management information. What do they use? Periodic management information. Right. They use this periodic management information. And regularly they will do it. It's not like once in a while. Okay. That is management control. Now, finally, coming to operational level, where you guys will probably start, where I started, where everyone who gets out of college starts. Okay, where we do the work. We don't assign the work to others. We don't do the strategy. We just do the work and learn the work. It's mainly routine tasks, day-to-day operations. It handles daily transactions, right? Credit management, approves customer credit. It requires detailed information. We did one question also on this. Operational reports, they need accurate and detailed information. The last MCQ in the previous chapter. At the operational level, what they need an accurate information and detailed information. Why? Because they have to do the work. Okay, they don't need an approximate, they need an exact. That I need exact room number. This is an operational task that I'm doing currently. But back at there, I do a more strategic task. There I need high level information. When I'm coming here in this capacity, I need more operational level. What time or room number? Okay, that is your detailed information. Next, short-term decisions. These guys only make short-term decisions because we don't have experience. We'll just make short-term decisions. That's all. No long-term decision making here. That's operational level. Easiest to remember. Strategic is at the top level, long-term thinking, they give the direction. Middle level, they take the strategy, take the operational, they link the two. Right? They allocate the resources, they track the progress. But whereas operational, they do more day-to-day, they need more information more. Right? They need more detailed information. Okay, next, strategic. Okay, when we talk about strategic, they decide the financing methods like factoring. Strategic, they decide the financing methods like factoring. Okay, they decide the financing methods. Management control, they monitor the customer collection. Operational, they process the sales and approve the credit. Now they have given one example at all three levels, right? So first of all, if someone wants to buy from a certain organization, they'll go, I want to buy something. So they're like, okay, but I want to buy it on credit. The operation will be like, okay, you give us your information, we'll see whether to give you credit or not. Okay, that is the operational level. They'll decide, should I give you credit, should I not give you credit, give you or not give you. Middle management, they'll get into customer collection. After it has been given, collecting from them will be probably their task. And then finally, strategic level. They decide the financing methods. Information flow, data moves across all the levels and the system will be integrated. All the systems will be integrated, data will flow across all levels. Okay, two more slides, guys. Okay, firstly, strategic, decide financing methods like factoring. Management controls, monitor customer collection. Second, operational, in the sense that operational level will decide should I give credit or not. The middle level will go and they will collect the money after the credit has already been given. So that is the job of the middle level, that is the job of the operational level. Okay. Next, we look into information flow. It flows throughout the organization and along with that, all the systems have to be integrated. If it's not integrated, how will it flow? Yeah, if it's not integrated, how can it flow? It has to be integrated for it to flow. Okay, that's it, done. Next, last two slides, guys. Let's get this done. Okay, types of information. Yes, types of information system. So see, different person need different information. Different information means different system. My dad needs different information. I need different information. He needs a different system. They need a different system. At different level, you need different information. And because you need different information, you need a different system. Simple about that. You need ERP. Your principal doesn't need an ERP of your personal data. He needs the full class data. Yeah. And probably the chief minister of Bangalore or Karnataka, right? Yeah. Chief Minister of Karnataka, he doesn't need the information that a principal gets also. He needs and probably city level information or city level information. Right? So different people, student level you need different information, principal level different information, chief minister of Karnataka different information. So when the information is different, the system is different. And these are the multiple systems. Right? Each level management uses different systems because the information needs are different. Strategic, they support long-term. Tactical, they support planning. Operational, they need daily activities. So there's a structure. Information flows up and down. Why does the information flow? It must be integrated. Okay. Strategic, tactical, information needs. Strategic level information needs what? Strategic information has to be summarized. What has to be detailed and accurate? Operational. What has to be summarized? Strategic. They need summary. S for strategic, S for summarized. Right? That's how you remember. S for strategic, S for summarized, M for management, M for monitoring. Operation day to day. Monitor means day to day. Because of the word day to day, the way it comes out of your mouth, you remember operational. So you have one way of remembering all of them. Strategic, they need summarized. Middle level, they need monitoring. They'll do monitoring. Operational day to day. Easy. The strategic, they need summarized. They need both internal and external data. Do you think operational level needs external data? Does an operational level need external? Needs internal data. Tactical information. These guys need budget and resource planning. Qualitative and quantitative. There are two types of data. It combines both the data. Qualitative also, quantitative also. Regularly reporting, monthly, quarterly report, long-term planning. Supports organizational objectives. Okay. So firstly, when we look into the sources, they need summarize, they need internal and then external information. That is about the strategic. That's it. Now coming to tactical level. Okay. Coming to tactical level. What does the tactical need? Tactical, what do they even do? Okay. Tactical needs. Let me just be specific here. Tactical needs. What do these guys even do? Okay. Tactical needs. What do these guys even do? Right? Tactical information. These guys do the resource planning. They do the allocation. They need both internal and external. They need more quantitative information. They have to do regular reporting and they need long term. They also support in long term planning. Right? They also support in long term planning. Now coming to operational level. Okay. Operational level. Now these guys need internal information. These guys need detailed information. These guys track equipment and resource usage and help supervisors respond quickly. They'll give you the short term data and improve day-to-day efficiency. Right? They need mainly what? Internal information. They need accurate information. They basically support for daily supervision. They track equipment and resource usage, how much has been used on a daily basis. It helps supervisors respond quickly and they improve day-to-day efficiency. What they do is they improve day-to-day efficiency. Okay. Mainly generate within the business only, support daily supervision, track the equipment and resource usage. Immediate decisions can be taken. It helps the supervisor respond quickly. And operational performance, right? It will be more day to day. Operational performance will tend to be more day to day. Okay. It focuses on day to day, immediate decisions, capacity and monitoring, detailed reports, and internal information. Okay. Okay, let's go. So starting off with this, we have 36 on this. We'll just finish half of it and we are done. Okay, strategic, tactical and operational information. Okay, so what do you mean by each of them? Strategic, tactical and operational information. And then you have different information needs. Okay, you have different information needs at different level. You have different information needs. Right, so information systems at different levels of management. Let's look into this here. Okay, information needs at different levels of management. So see, different levels of management have different information needs. Yeah, different levels of management have different information needs. Operational control was done, is it? Information system at different business levels. See, operational guys need more detailed information day to day. Tactical guys need more resource allocation. Strategic need more summarized information. Systems have to be integrated so that information can flow, and business success depends upon that. Okay, so now coming to the main topic here, 3 levels of decision making: strategic, informational, and operational. Strategic, it supports senior management decision. Tactical, assists the middle management. Operational information gives daily, day-to-day information. They're different users, they have different information needs, hence they are different systems. Different users have different information needs, hence they have different systems. Okay. Now, coming to the topic that matters specifically, where it's moving to is transaction processing system. This is used for day-to-day transaction. You go to a restaurant and you order something. First you pay 550 rupees, you get a coupon for a plate of idli, and then you go and give it in the kitchen. So where he enters everything and gives you a slip, that is a transaction processing system. That is a transaction processing system, right? It captures daily transaction. It replaces manual processing. It stores all the data. It ensures the data is very reliable. And along with that, it's the basis of all high level decisions. That how many idlis are probably sold in a day. That is for strategic level. But you typing in and then you're giving a slip to the customer. That is a more operational data, right? It captures daily transaction. It replaces manual. It's around historical data. It ensures the data is recorded in a very strong way, and it's the foundation of all high level decision making, right? Your daily transaction eventually over a month give you a data for high decision. Now, okay, so transaction processing system will be used by whom, guys? Which level? Operational level, has to be operational level, right? How does it really work? Example is there, a bookstore example, daily transaction. It records every business activity. It produces daily reports. It helps you know how much stock is there. Inventory management, management decisions help you to take decisions quickly. Accurate records. Now, if you go to supermarket, they scan. The moment they scan, that amount gets deducted from your inventory. Also, it goes in your invoice also. And when you're scanning, what happens? It reduces the amount in the inventory, and it also makes your invoice. So in the future, whenever a certain level is dropped, automatically a reminder will come. Place a new order with the supplier. Right, so that's an example of a transaction processing system. It stores all the data. It gives the base for decision making by the middle management. Okay, or even at the higher level. Okay, done. Now transaction processing systems here. Okay, sales and marketing across business functions. So across business function, it's very useful. Sales and marketing, it records the sales activity. Manufacturers, these guys will also record the processes where they are, at which stage they are in. Finance, these guys will also record day-to-day transactions. Supply chain, these guys will record goods have left here, it will be delivered there. It's en route, right? That business integration, it links key business functions. So TPS is across almost every business function has the day-to-day transaction recording system. Every business function has a day-to-day transaction recording system. Okay, TPS. And finally, we'll look into MIS here. Management Information System. It converts data into information. What does MIS? It basically converts data into information. Who MIS? Right? Decision support. It helps managers to take decision. M for Management Information System. Help managers. MM helps managers again. Right? Performance monitoring. It tracks the business performance. It produces summarized reports. Who uses the summarized reports, guys? Strategic level. Right? Also, it helps in organizational control. Right? The MIS, it takes data, converts into information. This information is used by the strategic level, and they can keep a check on the entire organization. What does the MIS do? Takes the data, makes it information. And that information is summarized, used by the strategic level. Why? To control the entire organization. Okay. Next, how MIS supports the management. It aggregates all the data. It converts data into information. It aggregates. It combines all the transaction. It does a analysis, sales analysis. What direction is your company sales going in? It gives you customer insights. It tracks customer behavior. It gives you profitability analysis. How much has been your profitability? And it helps you in making better decisions. What does MIS do? It aggregates the data. It gives you sales analysis. It gives you customer insights. It does a profitability analysis, and it makes better decisions. It does better decisions. Okay, it makes better decisions for you. Okay, what it does, it makes better decisions for you. Okay, what it does, it makes better decisions for you.